Judge is on the bench. He is not to be live. A verdict is in the case against Sidney Powell. As you could see, the defendant walking into the courtroom. There she is, 23 now, year-old Sidney Powell. The judge is on the bench. He has not brought the courtroom to order. Yeah, and here we go. Now she is. Let's go in together and listen.
Thanks, Julie. All right, we are back on the record in State versus Sidney Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my understanding that we have a verdict in this matter. I would like to remind everyone that despite the fact that this is a very emotional case, you are still in a courtroom, and I expect appropriate courtroom demeanor from everyone who is involved in these proceedings. Thank you very much. All right, you want to let Rebecca know to bring him in?
All rise.
Jury obviously walking into the courtroom. A reminder, they deliberated for 9 hours and 23 minutes. Let's listen.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's my understanding that we have a verdict in this matter. Is that correct? All right. Juror number 12, are you the foreperson? Would you give the verdict forms to my bailiff, please? Thank you. All right, I will now read the verdict forms into the record. Verdict form number 1 as to count 1 reads, we the jury in this case being duly impaneled, sworn, and affirmed, do hereby find the defendant Sidney Powell guilty of the offense of murder as charged in count 1. The form goes on to say, and we do so render our verdict upon the concurrence of 12 members of said jury. Each of us said jurors concurring in said verdict signs their name hereto this 20th day of September 2023. Each juror has signed in ink next to his or her name. Verdict form number 2 reads, we the jury in this case being duly impaneled, sworn, and affirmed, do hereby find the defendant Sidney Powell guilty of the offense of murder as charged in count 2. And we do so render our verdict upon the concurrence of 12 members of said jury. Each of us said jurors concurring in said verdict signs their name hereto this 20th day of September 2023. Each juror has signed their name in ink next to their juror number. Verdict form number 3 reads, we the jury in this case being duly impaneled, sworn, and affirmed, do hereby find the defendant Sidney Powell guilty of the offense of felonious assault as charged in count 3. And it reads, and we do so render our verdict upon the concurrence of 12 members of said jury. Each of us said jurors concurring in said verdict signs their name hereto this 20th day of September 2023. Each juror has signed his or her name in ink next to their juror number. And finally, Verdict form number 4 reads, we, the jury in this case, being duly impaneled, sworn, and affirmed, do hereby find the defendant, Sidney Powell, guilty of the offense of tampering with evidence as charged in count 4. Below that, it says, and we do so render our verdict upon the concurrence of 12 members of said jury. Each of us, said jurors concurring in said verdict, signs their name hereto this 20th day of September 2023, and each juror has signed in ink next to their juror number. Counsel, do you wish to have the jury polled?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right. Juror number 1, is this your verdict?
It
You
is.
need to speak audibly. Thank you, sir. Juror number 2, is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 3, is this your verdict?
It is.
Juror number 4, is this your verdict?
It is.
Juror number 5, is this your verdict?
It is.
Juror number 6, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 7, is this your verdict?
It is.
Juror number 8, is this your verdict? Juror number 9, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 10, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 11, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 12, is this your verdict?
Yes.
All right, counsel, do you wish to inspect the forms?
Yes, sir.
Please do so. Thank you. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your service in this matter. I will now excuse you, and I will release you from the instruction that you are not to discuss this case with anyone else. You are now free to discuss this matter with anyone that you choose to. I would like to speak with you briefly in the jury room. We have some preliminary things that we have to take care of here, and then I will be back to talk with you, and I will talk with you at that time about whether or not anyone else wishes to speak with you. On behalf of the citizens of this community, the county, the court, our staff, and all of the people who have participated in this matter, I thank you for your service here. I know this can't have been easy for you.